If you're still using AI to write emails, you're living in the past. Bots are moving out of the chat box and into our active workflows. These are action bots. Open any social feed, and the hype is deafening. Tech influencers claim that integrating the latest tools will automate your workload and build an empire while you sleep. As the sheer volume of AI tools released curves exponentially upwards, your actual available free time stays perfectly flat. Drowning your workflow in new applications often adds a layer of technical management that competes for your attention. Notice this massive red valley right here? This is the AI tax. It's the upfront cost in hours, subscription fees, and privacy concessions required to get a system running before you see a return on the investment. We are going to ignore the marketing promises today. Instead, we're running a cold ROI analysis on the 5 biggest AI integrations available right now to see if they justify their specific setup tax. Achieving efficiency requires calculating exactly which integration offers a return that outpaces the initial friction of setting it up. Let's start with the desktop environment. We are seeing a push toward conversational second brain systems. The input required here is massive. To make these systems work, you have to upload your entire digital footprint into a centralized ecosystem, every sensitive receipt, every meeting note, and rough draft you've ever produced. This creates a system where you can instantly search through years of unorganized data, ask questions about your own history, and have the AI recognize complex patterns across thousands of disparate files in seconds. This ROI scorecard breaks down the trade-off. You get a high expected yield in administrative speed, but it comes with a staggering privacy cost and the initial hours spent formatting your files for the AI. This is a heavy commitment compared to the 5 seconds it takes to ask a standard chatbot to summarize a single standalone PDF. Paying the privacy and setup tax for a second brain is a logical choice only if hunting for lost administrative documents is the primary bottleneck in your daily schedule. Moving away from the desktop, AI is entering physical spaces through single-use, ambient hardware. These devices offer zero-friction utility. They passively track your environment, format meeting minutes, or automate your morning routines without requiring you to open an app. But the input tax is steep. You have to purchase physical devices, manage hardware subscriptions, and build the habit of charging and carrying them every day. The scorecard for ambient hardware shows that the high-efficiency yield for offline meetings is a direct trade for financial costs and the security risks of placing always-listening microphones in sensitive spaces. We also have to account for hardware fatigue. A large percentage of these gadgets end up abandoned in a desk drawer once the initial novelty wears off. The hardware tax is a logical investment for professionals who spend significantly more time running offline meetings than they do typing at a keyboard. In the creative sector, independent production quality has skyrocketed thanks to new cinematic and audio generation tools. Typing a basic sentence won't cut it anymore. The new input tax requires you to study and apply professional cinematography terms, complex lighting setups, and audio engineering vocabulary. Mastery of that vocabulary allows solo creators to generate hyper-realistic, copyright-cleared soundtracks and Hollywood-caliber video clips in seconds. This scorecard shows the exact trade-off. You achieve a low financial cost by eliminating production crews, but that benefit is offset by a steep learning curve required to dictate precise, usable media. Often, the process of endlessly iterating prompts to fix tiny visual glitches takes more time than filming a basic scene with a physical camera. Replacing a film crew with an AI interface shifts the burden of labor from the physical set to a screen where you'll spend hours on iterative technical prompting. Finally, we have the most experimental trend on the market: generating playable mini-games inside social media feeds from basic text descriptions. This is designed to capture viewers who are passively scrolling and turn them into active participants in your content. The input required to do this well is intense. You have to spend creative time conceptualizing game mechanics that actually reinforce your brand's core message. This chart maps out a volatile trade-off. High viral potential sits right next to a high brand risk if you deploy a glitchy, nonsensical game to your audience. This remains a highly speculative gamble, best reserved for brands where raw engagement metrics hold more value than traditional conversion goals. The ActionBot revolution provides highly specialized tools, but attempting to adopt all 5 simultaneously will bankrupt your available time. Filter your options by your primary constraint, time or budget. If overwhelmed by administrative overhead, the time path leads to second brains and AI hardware. Conversely, if your constraint is a strict budget, your path lights up cinematic video and custom audio tools. You have explicit permission to ignore the AI trends that fall outside of your specific path. Strategic ignoring is a competitive advantage because everyone has a finite complexity budget. Attempting to integrate more than one disruptive technology at a time often ensures that none of them are implemented correctly. Identify the single bottleneck causing you the most daily friction. Pay the necessary AI tax to master that solution.